Modern football is often dominated by money, controversy, and endless hype, but sometimes football reminds us why millions of people fell in love with the game in the first place. On a memorable night in Boston, Scotland returned to the World Cup stage after nearly 30 years away. For their fans, this was not just another match, it was the realization of a dream that had taken decades to come true. What followed was a dramatic and nerve-wracking battle against Haiti that Scotland would eventually win 1-0, but the story was about much more than the final score. A city filled with hope. Hours before kickoff, excitement filled the streets of Boston. Traffic barely moved, but Scotland supporters did not care. Fans packed yellow school buses, waving flags, singing songs, and celebrating every moment of their long-awaited return to the world's biggest football tournament. The city was covered in Scotland's famous tartan colors. Everywhere you looked, supporters were smiling, singing, and dreaming of history. Inside the stadium, the atmosphere was electric. Thousands of fans sang "Flower of Scotland" with incredible passion. For a moment, it felt as though the distance from home had disappeared. This was football at its purest. No distractions, no politics, just fans and their shared dreams. Scotland started the match brightly, but as the game continued, Haiti grew stronger and began creating problems. The pressure increased, and Scotland struggled to find control. Then came the moment that changed everything. The Scottish supporters began chanting for John McGinn. They needed inspiration, and McGinn answered. Just minutes later, he scored the game's only goal. It was not the most beautiful strike. It even took a couple of deflections before finding the net. But none of that mattered. Many expected Scotland to dominate after taking the lead. Instead, Haiti pushed harder. For long periods, they looked like the better side. The Scottish fans became increasingly nervous as the clock ticked down. Every attack from Haiti felt dangerous. Every missed chance brought relief. With only minutes remaining, Haiti came painfully close to equalizing. Their striker, Franz Di Pierrot, missed a golden opportunity that could have changed everything. Scotland were hanging on. Their confidence had disappeared. All they wanted was the final whistle. Relief, not perfection. When the match finally ended, the feeling was not just happiness, it was relief. Scotland had secured 3 valuable points, but everyone knew there was still plenty of room for improvement. Several key players failed to reach their usual level. However, players like John McGinn and young winger Ben Doak provided important bright spots. The team survived a difficult test, and sometimes that is what tournament football is all about. In the end, the most unforgettable image was not the winning goal, was not the final whistle, and it was not even the celebrations afterward. Was the Scotland supporters leaning out of those yellow school bus windows, singing, smiling, reaming, enjoying. A journey they had waited almost 30 years to experience. Scotland's return to the World Cup was far from perfect. It was stressful, it was exhausting, and at times, it was incredibly difficult, but perhaps that is exactly what made it so special, because football's greatest stories are not always about perfection. Sometimes they are about belief, about survival, and about finding a way forward when everything feels uncertain. Now, Scotland turns its attention to Morocco and the challenges ahead, but before we go, let us know your thoughts. Did Scotland deserve the victory against Haiti? Can they make it out of their group and surprise the world? Share your opinion in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with fellow football fans. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.